coL's second base. So, and we do see a syringe gun being pulled out by the medic player for MMM, and they are a huge amount down. Red taking their second, and since they are 4 down, maybe even taking the middle control point here. Overall, just action going back and forth. This has been quite an exciting game so far. Now, we do have Red. Looks like they're just kind of sitting up, and we do have a rocket jump, a huge one up here by MMM, but they look like they're just content to sit here at the mid control point. They're going to try and do, wait for coL to maybe try and push in and counter push through there. The scouts trying to come through the left gate, but that's not going to work. And we may have a huge fight here. Uber going off for red team, and blue with not an Uber inside. The medics goes down. This is going to be huge. Not only is the Uber up, but the medic is still up for coL. They're going to be able to take that midpoint back. Oh man, blue's going to have to retreat to their 4th point, and it does look as though 3 people do go down, maybe even 4 or 5 potentially for MMM. They're running really low on HP right now, both Stam Jelly and McBear, and they both go down as a 4-on-1 situation in favor of coL. They should be able to take this mid control point. The last player for blue, McDucky, coming up huge with a grenade in at Jaeger's face, and he may be able to solo defend this against 4 coL players, and I don't believe he's going to be able to now. He needs to back up. It does look like coL is going to take this mid, but definitely putting up a huge fight. The medics, the soldier combination coming in for MMM, trying to do a little bit of damage, and McBear typing that he did only have 1 HP, trying to do some work in mid, and it looks as though the defense is going to remain solid. MMM, unbelievable defense by Ducky, 1-on-4ing that, and really just coming in solid. And we do have some action over here by gate 1. Red 4 stacking over there. Demo, Soldier, Scout, Medic just trying to do what they can against essentially the same composition over here for blue team. Snoopy, what do you think so far of the back caps? I mean, it's been very interesting to see coL and MMM both pulling off some last 10th of a second, 100th of a second back caps. What are your thoughts on that?
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Definitely, we do see some 4x cap on the mid, and yet again, this is a back wall. Most of the teams are fighting in mid. We are going to see a 4-man back cap. I believe it was a double scout cap. Oh no, they're running for the 4th, and blue, a couple of them have died, so they should be able to stop both of these scouts, but these scouts definitely going to try and take this 4th point here. I don't know, they may be coming back, and it looks as though the scouts coming in, and it is an overall scout battle, and it does look as though coL is going to come out ahead on that, and they're going to be able to back cap this 4th point. Exploit getting a little happy over there, and kind of sitting off of the actual control point. And is he going to go for the 5th point now? Or we do see a rocket into his face, and really good play, really good defense by McBear there. And also fast fire coming in. They're going to recap their 2nd point for MMM, but red team definitely going to come in here with a huge push. And it does look as though 4 people are up for coL to 5 for MMM, so I think MMM is going to be safe to come in here and try and take this mid, but the Uber is in favor hugely of coL. MMM have to know that they do have to be scared of making a push. And we do see the Uber going off for coL. coL with the Uber, going to try and take the 5th point down. Is MMM going to die to this Uber rush? I don't quite know. MMM with only 3 people up, coL with 5, but the Uber is wasted, although MMM with no medic, so this is going to be huge. We do see a medic scout, and there it is. Wow. Really good Uber advantage, just taking advantage of the 10-second invulnerability and essentially shoving it in MMM's face. Really well done by coL. They are up 2-0, and there is 10 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in this half. We talked earlier about how the server is going to play out. The server, it is half and half. They are 10-minute rounds in a sense, but there is time added for every control point that goes back and forth. So if we see no control point changes for 10 minutes, it draws, resets, and you go again. But it's 30 minutes per half. I wasn't quite certain at the start of the cast. That's usually what it is, though, and that's what ended up happening. And we do see a huge fight in mid. This time, MMM coming in, playing hyper-aggressive, taking out quite a few players on coL. It is a 4-on-3 advantage now for MMM. They are going to 5x the mid. Question is, are they going to be able to take the 4th point? I don't believe so, considering MMM's medic did go down, and the Uber is almost up for coL, and we have seen them devastate this MMM team with their Uber usage in the past. Question is, how many points are they going to take with this Uber usage? And it does go off, actually, and it looks as though they're pushing through mid, taking out 2 people for MMM, 3 people for MMM. It is now a 6-on-3 situation, and you have to give, you know, huge credit to coL, keeping their medic alive a lot more than MMM is. Just great positional play by PYY. He's just coming in huge as the medic for the coL team. He's got to be happy with his play this game. Wouldn't you agree? Did you crash? Yeah, I seem to be crashing. I'm going to bring up the demo UI here. Maybe they actually had a server pause. Yes, we do apologize, guys. We are new to this, for those of you that haven't seen. Not necessarily to the game, but to the casting of it in general. So please send all your comments, send all your remarks. Let's try and keep it constructive, though, because obviously a bunch of flame wars about how bad Rabbi and Snoopy are at casting TF2. That is not what we want to hear, ladies and gentlemen. We want to hear, hey, I enjoyed the cast, but I felt you could have done better in this situation or better here and there. High-end players, come in. Maybe if you have some tips and tricks that you'd like to share with the community, and maybe some extra insight that I wasn't able to get to on certain plays in the match. You know, we're always excited to have high-level players come in and maybe help us out with some of these casts. Maybe, as I said, give some insights. And, you know, for those of you that have never even played Team Fortress 2, let us know what you think. I mean, is this something that you think is viable to sit down and watch instead of maybe watching an hour of Lost or House or something along those lines? I know I shouldn't be comparing myself to big-name House. I know. Who can compete with House? That guy's a monster. Or Lost, especially. I know Cap himself would shoot me in the face. Oh, Snoopy, you're a fan of Lost as well? Uh-oh. But, yeah, I mean, let us know if you're bored. You know, this new age generation, you know, we hit up the MySpace and the Facebook quite often because there's just not a whole lot to do. And come over here, check out some VODs. Hopefully we're keeping it entertaining for you. Hopefully we don't sound like too big of nerds. But, overall, my girlfriend is telling me, yes, I do sound like a big nerd. Completely understandable. And, yeah, so hopefully, you know, you guys are enjoying yourselves, and people that maybe don't play TF2 a whole lot or not at all are also enjoying themselves and understanding how the game is going. And we do see a fuck you, pure crashed, ready, ya game chat after the server pause, so obviously great professionalism there from MMM, or MM McBear. Obviously, both these teams do know each other, joking back and forth. Neither team necessarily saying F you, and I do apologize for swearing in my cast. Hopefully nobody thrashes me for that one. But yeah, so we are following now. Let's see, let's try and maybe get some FP VOD here. Snoopy, who would you recommend? Who do you think is really worth following? I'm saying Carnage, because that guy's got some, he's been all over the place. So let's go. Let's take an FP view. FP, of course, standing for first person. And he turns around. Huge pickup there. Carnage taking out Stam Jolly. That was amazing right now. We are going to see him pushing in for the 4th. And I do personally like watching scouts. And look at this guy tearing everything up. No, ladies and gentlemen, I have not watched this VOD before. I have not watched the demo. Coming in here, actually, the medic, CB going down. This is huge. coL may be able to pick up a 3rd point here. They are at a 6-3 advantage. They do essentially have the 4th cap. There it is. Why are they not pushing? In my opinion, I really feel they should have pushed right there. They have their enemy medic down. Maybe they're just waiting for the Uber advantage. No, Carnage coming in here now. He's doing all sorts of jumps, dodging all sorts of rockets, and it is a shotgun battle between the scouts and the soldiers and Carnage, and Carnage seems to be winning. This guy coming up huge, pulling out the pistol, and he's taking some people down. This guy's a monster, ladies and gentlemen, taking out the medic, and I do not see how a 4-on-1 advantage right here. It could not turn into a point, and there it is. There's the point. 3-0 complexity against MuscleMilk. And ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to continue to watch Carnage. I think this guy is showing us exactly how a scout is supposed to be played. You know, I'd say wrecking havoc, but in this case, I'm going to say causing carnage for MuscleMilk. So overall, yes, the bad puns do continue from Insane Rabbi. Even his girlfriend in the back sighing, stating how poorly done that terrible pun was. Now we do see Carnage coming up here to the high ground. Red versus blue, as always, coming across the mid. We do see a scout for blue team trying to come into the back, into the rear, and it does look as though blue picking up 2 kills on coL. and Carnage having to be very careful here. He may go for a back cap, and he is going to go one-on-one heads up against that scout, taking a grenade to the face. And Carnage can't be happy about that. And a Sigma, I'm going to be able to finish him off from Ducky. Good play. It is a 6-on-2 situation. And the medic this time actually going down for coL, with CB having an Uber up. So we may see a huge play coming forward. Now let's go ahead. Let's target CB here if we can go ahead.